an egg sundae on Sunday. Crack it open, mix it up, a melody buffet. On the menu, Egg Sundae Kerioke. Egg Sundae. Egg Sundae. Egg Sundae. Egg Sundae. Egg Sundae. Serve it up. We're serving up an egg sundae on Sunday. Crack it open, mix it up, a melody buffet. On the menu, it's Egg Sundae coming your way. Egg Sundae, Egg Sundae, Egg Sundae, Egg Sundae. Serve it up, 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 fuck up right now. Egg Sundae. Egg Sundae. Egg Sundae. Egg Sundae. Egg Sundae. Serve it up. 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 Fuck up right now. Egg Sundae.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of Egg Sundae. This is a take on the usual HaM Sundae show, and we are incorporating things from green eggs and ham into the Sunday show. And in fact, we've got a full panel of the green eggs and ham regulars here. And so I am going to get them all pulled up, and then we're going to say hello to you all. So let's start first with Keri.
Keri is pink as sponge, yeah, she's full of fun. Brighter than candy under the sun. She's a fancy surprise, a dash of flair, with a touch of sass and magic in the air. Pink as sponge, pink as sponge, pink as sponge. Out of Keri's way or you'll get punched.
And she's getting into play.
I heard we were supposed to be wearing our capes today, so I just thought I'd mine.
Well,
Far superior to pole
Pole Vault showed up evidently thinking he is some, badass with a cape and everything. And yes, he has it on. So let me go ahead and bring him up next. Here we go.
I have you know that's not badass. That is good ass. I am good ass, Chad.
Look at this.
I am the good guy. Look at me. I'm flying. I can fly when I want to. I do shit like that.
Did you see my wings? Mine are bigger. They're better.
Keri,
And
Keri,
also, they have better draping than yours.
Keri, your cape looks like fucking Stevie Nicks on Easter. Hey, get out. This is
Hey,
real
like
life.
you say that like that's a bad
Stevie
thing.
Nicks on Easter.
Yeah. You say that like that's a bad
Get
thing.
out of here. Get out of here. Next thing you know, Chad will be putting on a cape.
So
Don't you do it, Chad.
we do have E. Urban backstage as well, and E. Urban is going to do a musical demonstration tonight. So let's get E. Urban on the panel.
Knock, knock, who's there? Urban's eggy flair. With a pop and a pop, Urban's got joke sounds and fun to share. They'll tell you a yoke, crack you up, and keep you in extra stitches. Urban's the one to fulfill all your existential wishes.
Yay.
Hello.
Yo.
Already bringing the party. So let's say hello to everybody that's hanging out in the chat and get
to
this
the router.
going.
I have some
Dillinger's Bones. What's up?
Michael Songs was here early on.
He was here, but now he's not. He went outside to get some sleep or something. What is happening with this piece of hair right here?
You got the Michael Jackson thing going.
I do.
Yeah, Dillinger's Bones. Hello, hello. Poisoned Whales. Hello. And Dirk Remington is here. Great to see you, Dirk.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Camellia.
Dirk, it's been a long time, friend. And Robbie Stingle. Robbie, the 3 million view man, Stingle, as well as Jackie Sins.
And Camellia with the poetry right off the bat. We do enjoy green eggs and ham. We do enjoy, says Cam. I am. I love it.
We got Dubsy lurking because he's working late, and also some Deep Burrito and Exalted Marauder. I love that. Marauder is such a good word.
Yeah, Povalt does think he is a superhero, but we all know that he is a villain. So
Chad, the cape, it's red. Superman's got a red cape. Good guy.
okay, you say so.
Allegedly.
Yes, there's Jackie Sins. Hello, hello. I know you all said hello to some of these people, but I'm just
Kurt
catching up.
Kasbrick.
Robbie Stingle.
Let's not forget about Kurt Kasbrick.
Robbie Stingle. We do have a clip from Robbie we are going to play. Dubsy, we're going to play Dubsy's latest. Dubsy is always doing experimental. Yes, Exalted
Exalted
Marauder.
Marauder wants to know if we're showing videos tonight, Chad.
Yes, we
showing videos
are.
tonight?
We are playing videos. We want stuff on the experimental side. So, what is your most experimental track, Exalted Marauder? Drop that for us.
You are my
Exa-
sunshine, Archer, only sunshine.
to be-
Archer is also in the chat. We're glad she's here. Even though we have to put up with pole vault, we're so glad that sunshine is here.
What? That's like it's
What,
like a
what were
tweet.
you saying here before that song and
So
dance?
to be like to kind of define things, experimentals like ambient or like just basically anything without any real form to it, or it's experimental. There's no rules to it. It's literally just weird for the sake of being weird, or just noisy, or what the fuck ever you want.
Well, not only that though, I think because it means different things to different people. So experimental for one person, if they're doing something that's experimental to them, it may not necessarily seem like it's experimental if somebody else is listening. So yeah, there's definitely no rules. So
it's basically like, you're just kind of doing whatever. You're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or a wacky wall crawler and see what.
Right.
If you remember
Hey,
wacky wall
Frank
crawlers.
Zappa did some stuff that's totally experimental in its stuff.
Yeah, he was.
Deep Burrito, hello to Deep Burrito. I am going to play that
Said
clip
hello
that
to Deep Burrito.
I am going to play that clip that you shared with me, Keri. We're going to start off with that because that's a good definition
really
of
good,
what
I think it's a really good
experimental is.
who's and what's of experimental.
Yeah.
Well,
And
one thing is, like, I think a lot of people think that there's this thing that you go through where there's a chorus and there's a bridge and then there's a chorus, and and you have the hook and all this, and this is this format that's laid out for a song. And I think experimental music is something that doesn't know anything about music theory and or this structure.
Doesn't care.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about the structured box that you had to put your stuff in for
Right.
a song.
yeah. And Zach Thong, I didn't say hello, but hello to you, Zach Thong. Hello to Sunshine. I know you got a song already from Keri, but hello. All right. So let me get this.
That was my form of experimental music. Next time I'll do it in my robot voice. You
That's-
are my sunshine, sunshine archer. It makes us happy. You're in the chat.
I think it's
And then you just drop it down an octave.
Yeah,
You're like,
I was
"I'm
thinking-
Satan."
or slow it down, like like you're on some like a hangover or on some drugs. You
You are sunshine. Welcome
like
to the
like
chat,
devil.
sunshine.
I am the devil.
Nine.
the devil.
I am the devil.
All right. We are
Hail
going to
Satan.
start this off with this clip.
You thought we weren't going to go off the rails tonight, but it
Oh,
is
we
experimental
know.
music night.
Tonight
And
we're
all here.
tonight is going off the rails, definitely. So, but we're gonna start off with this. What is experimental music clip from Not Right Music? And this was a find of Keri's. I was very, very happy that you shared this with me.
I'm a
I think it's
handy-dandy girly whirly.
yeah. And so we're gonna kick things off with this, and then we'll go who knows what direction. But here we go.
Leaving
Music
us up. I love that.
is a
It means I can talk.
fantastically overwhelming universe. And within that vastness, there are those who prefer to dwell within a few distinct territories. And then there are those who are explorers, always curious to learn more within the realm of sound, eager for challenges of the unknown, mature enough to experience the world through the eyes of a curious child, living in a confusing yet amazing world of possibilities, floating in the great area of what's right and what's wrong, not breaking rules to be rebellious or edgy, but doing it merely to see what might happen.
I literally
adult
watched this
scientist
like earlier.
is a kid
Of course
never
you
grew
found
up.
it, E.
This was like the first thing I watched before the
Same
one
can
that
be
I
said
said.
about certain
Adventurous musicians. Those who live to learn about all music and sounds from around the world and beyond. Those who persistently challenge themselves, their
Little
intellects,
friends,
and their
hair.
imaginations. It's this
That's what
kind
mine
of
looks like when I wake up in the
unbound
morning.
creative investigation into the
And
unknown
before I've
that
shaved.
lies
I'm
in
gonna be
all
honest.
true experimental music.
Experimental music.
What is it? Well, first, let's start with what it isn't. Contrary to popular belief,
710.
it's not all harsh, dissident, self-indulged,
masturbatory,
Masturbatory.
stupid.
Cat noises.
though actually, yeah, some of it is. That weird, pretentious music. Though, many of us have accepted that anything which deviates convention is an easy target for undeserved ridicule.
It's Pomo. Postmodern. Yeah, all right. Weird for the sake of weird.
Now, let's forget about all of that and get comfortable. Close your eyes
Get comfortable,
and
chat.
imagine, what
Let's
do you
imagine.
hear in your head when you think of experimental music?
Hello, Grandma.
Do you like what you hear?
Yes.
How can you put it into words? Now, erase that and try to imagine completely different music that could also be identified as. What does this one sound like?
You need extra mushrooms for this
What
one.
is it? I love how the definition will drastically change from one person to the next. That's part of the fun, right?
What are these people
Personally,
doing
when defining
in this
particular music?
image?
I take the word
It's
experimental.
a huge
literally.
orgy.
Yeah, it
To
definitely
carry out
is.
an experiment and nothing more. As John Cage put it,
Robbie, I
an
like to live on the
experimental
edge.
action is one the outcome of
This
which
is my
is not
experiment. Can I make it through the
foreseen.
night without catching on
Or
fire?
in my words, to intentionally challenge oneself musically without knowing what the majority of the outcome will be. Experimenting can be developed into a skill, and some people dedicate their lives to experimenting with music and sound. They
And
get better
drugs.
and make a craft out of it. Their music is usually
for
extremely
drugs.
unique and thought-provoking.
But don't try this
So
at
they
home,
are
kids.
a rare breed. They even inspire non-experimenting musicians who might borrow these fresh ideas. A lot of the music we hear today was, about 20 years ago, nothing more than musical experiments performed by unknown composers and musicians. The elements of experimental music of the past morphed its way into digestible music in a time that's ready to accept it. It happens every generation in all arts.
We love you, Sunshine.
Experimentation lives in the shadow of popular music. As we progress, so will our art and music. In the process, we yearn for new things. We need people to come out with them, to not be afraid of the unforeseen outcome.
That's the sound of your mom's vibrator every night.
Leave my mom out of this
in your day
shit.
to experiment with music and try new things is extremely important, both musically
That's the sound
and
of my
creatively.
vibrator, not my mom's.
I'd recommend adding it to your routine, to intentionally attempt new
Leave my mother out of
things,
it.
things that might
Leave
seem
my
impossible,
mother out of it.
silly, even stupid. And not only when you play around with the effects of that new music software you just got. Some people are more experimental by nature, not only in music, but in life. They're spontaneous,
And
always
drugs.
trying new things and interested in playing with the
And
world.
drugs.
You don't have to always be trying to invent the wheel, so to speak, but at least try to creatively surprise
You
yourself.
you're being chased by
Of course,
someone while
many
riding that
people
bike.
stay-
Do you realize there's a couple of
Inside.
spiders
Play
behind
the
you?
songs they
It
know and
doesn't
love,
seem
or
like it's
write
very
songs
fast,
that
though.
sound like those
Listen, it's
things,
not about being
which is
more
all
effective
fine.
or efficient.
But
It's
if you
about
have this itch
experimenting.
that pushes you to lean over the
Just
edge
saying.
and try something that's a little bit different, or to have that search,
Hi,
that sense of
Dillinger's Bones.
adventure, then that's where experimenting can come in. Personally, I wouldn't claim experimental music to be grand or innovative. In fact, it's usually just personal. All right, well, why don't you take some time throughout your
And drugs.
days and experiment with some new ideas?
Drugs.
You know, don't be shy about it. You don't have to share this stuff with the world or anything like that, right? And I would love to hear your definition of experimental music.
Drugs.
So please
Listen,
don't
it's
forget
not always
to do
about
the
the drugs.
comments,
E.
subscribe.
Yeah,
Sometimes
E.
you
like.
just have an out there
See you
brain
next
that can
time.
operate
Not right
on
music.
multiple dimensions. Like Zach. Zach operates on multiple
All
dimensions
right.
without the aid of
Drugs.
drugs and alcohol.
Drugs.
All right. So, experimental music.
What? What?
That is the discussion for tonight.
What?
I
What?
think
And
experimental
as you can
drugs is
see,
a different conversation.
I have a way better cape than Pole Vault does.
Oh my God!
And this is an official Superman licensed
That's his,
cape.
that's his girlfriend's sheets from her bed.
We're gonna see. We're
Ooh,
gonna
red
see.
satin
Chad.
He just
sheets,
walked
that's
over to
hot.
her bed,
That's
ripped
hot.
them off of her, and was like, "This is my cape now."
No, I'm gonna have
Devo.
Super
Hi.
Friends take away your superpowers because that you can't be copying unless you're Bizarro. That's it. You're a Bizarro Pole Vault.
You were Bizarro yourself, I think.
No,
so
you're the Bizarro Pole
listen.
Vault.
Why don't
We
we-
know how powers work.
So listen, you're here on the panel. It's time to get serious.
Yes.
Let's talk about your most recent song.
Okay. Well, talk about experimental. Like all my albums go together to tell a big story about a succubus that haunts people and all this kind of shit. And
Really?
this
'Cause I
album's
wasn't
called.
getting that. That's interesting.
No, yeah, that's why I
Things
was
I
telling
don't
Chet.
know.
Yeah, and so this album's called The Reluctant Prophet, which is me. I don't. In the storyline is I don't want to be writing these songs that I'm haunted to write, but the main character Fisher is.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, well, she's making me do it. She wakes me up in the middle of the night and won't let me go to sleep until I write a
Is
song.
that Sunshine? Are you talking about Sunshine?
Yeah,
It's
well,
not very nice.
most of the Fisher voices are voiced by Sunshine, though. That is true. And on this track, Sunshine is actually on this track, and this is more of me being like drugged down by not being able to sleep or rest because, and I, to be honest, I do wake up in the middle of the night and write these songs. So, and then I'll go back to bed. So it's kind of writes itself.
And he sleeps like a little pool baby.
Yeah, and the song before this was actually one of the ones like I Can't Sleep or something, was about the entity actually affecting me as a child all the way up into this point and all that kind of crazy shit. But
Is
to
this
say
a
it's experience,
story or is this
it's a story. It's a
yeah.
long, long story that's
But I
went over
mean,
like
Soap
is it
opera.
is it a true story? Is this
yes, Carrie, it is true.
It's reality, fiction,
And
fantasy.
yeah,
Called metaphor.
the story.
Listen, I know people who are
Mrs.
haunted by sounds in their sleep.
Entomologist
Well, the
I'm just
story
or
actually
etymology.
the story starts out
it's
long before
autocorrect.
like in like ancient times where she was beautiful and the men in the town actually killed her because they had unclean thoughts about her, but they sacrificed her,
Mm,
which caused her to go to hell. And then this other guy actually like is summoning her like a demon, and then they have a love affair, and he goes to hell and all this kind of crazy shit. I mean, it's 13 albums of stuff like this.
right.
It's
It's a long
isn't that
story.
amazing how like when we have like unclean thoughts about people, we just murder them.
Yeah, well, and that was the beginning. That was the beginning of
Your
the
fault.
story. Yeah.
So, question on musically.
Yes.
Let's talk about this most recent song, which we're going to listen to.
Mhm.
How did it start out? I mean, and what do you use to make the music?
Okay. So I would say 90% of it is, well, no, about 80% of it is guitar sounds through multi effects.
Mhm.
Okay. And I build on that as a bass. And Sunshine came in with the flute. And there's so many different sounds in this, like different guitars, different, there's multiple tracks to just
Mhm.
make one sound. You'll think that the cello is in this one, but it is actually me using a violin effect on my guitar.
Gotcha.
Um,
Hmm.
Interesting.
and you barely hear all the little things there- like right well right here. I have a piece of bamboo in the floor that I hit, and what you hear in the background that sounds like bongos is actually the bamboo with echo on.
Huh.
So and it's
Interesting.
and it, if you turned it all up, it would make this big mess of a sound. But once you remaster it in and make this smooth sound, it sounds like maybe an orchestra or something. But it's really just guitars and me banging on stuff and Sunshine with the flute and all that
Hmm.
kind of cool stuff.
I like it.
Nice.
Mm.
I
Nice.
like it. We got a couple extra people that popped in just before you play that. We got Dark Star and Steve Harloa. And did we say hi to Dillinger's Bones? I might have.
Yes, we did, and I do see the links that are being dropped in the chat. Exalted Marauder and Dillinger's Bones. We'll definitely get to some different things as we go along. What's
And
that?
I think 710.
There it
also.
is. So when you hear, see, this is just a piece of bamboo, and I go,
Nice.
and that is what you hear in the background. And we have like violins, cellos, clarinets. We have like every instrument you can think of in here.
Say hairnets.
Hairnets. Yes. No. And I was actually looking for a trumpet for someone I know. I was looking at one the other day.
Ooh, Chad
What kind of
Freeman,
sound
the
does the
trumpet
So-
reimagined.
So I been flying. Is your cape? Did that help inspire this, or is it?
I've been flying. That's it.
Yeah. So all right. Well, we're
And it
gonna
talks
go to
about
this.
like how I've been flying all my life, how she's been haunting me my whole life to write this music and killing
Gotcha.
me.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're going to jump into this. There is a poll that's going on in the chat now. Vote for your favorite cape. Is it me? Is it Pole Vault? Is it Keri? Or is it E. Irvin? And here we go with Been Flying. This
Whose
Pole
cape
Vault
is invisible, which kind of makes it the coolest cape. I'm not gonna lie.
featuring Sunshine Archer. Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Thanks, everybody. And it is and I put a little piece of the way I'm feeling at the time when I make the music. Does it make
Hmm.
me feel something? And if it can make a person feel an emotion or a state, I feel like the music has done its job.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The thing I
One of my
love.
favorites. Nice job. Nice work.
Yeah. No,
Thank you.
it is a great song.
Very good.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes with any kind of art, people do worry too much about what a song or a movie or whatever has to have. When
Right.
in all reality, it doesn't have to have anything. It can just be, whatever whoever is creating it, what they feel like doing at the time. And as long as, yeah, it does evoke some sort of
I'm
feeling,
glad you do, Keri.
Right.
I just really think
offers a message.
I'm drinking
Well,
a
and
bubbly
and and
drink and it overfilled and foamed everywhere.
one of the things I try to do also, that particular song was about how the it was driving me to write the music, and it was
Hmm.
killing me to write the music, and how I kept But the thing is it could be relative to any situation in your life or any
Hmm.
person. How you know, just it could be your job that is
Right.
working you, or whatever it is that's working you. And
Right.
I would be lying if I didn't say my influences were like Pink Floyd, because like I said, you can ask 10 different people what a Pink Floyd song says, and they'll all tell you 10 different things because they relate
Right.
that song to themselves.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's one of the fun things about art in general is being able to have it
Right.
appeal to multiple people because it's saying different things and meaning different things.
Yeah, make it subjective to the viewer.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, and as far as music, because you've done more traditional
We got
music, right?
Keri's better side up there.
You've done more traditional music in the past, right, Bobo?
For years, I was in a metal band where we did
Right,
do, chorus, bridge, chorus, out,
right,
intro, outro. Uh, but the thing was one of the things about not being in a band is it gives you the freedom to do all the things you want to do
hmm,
and just go totally off the rails, and take music to places where you might not have thought of earlier. And one of the things I've always said is this community, everyone around this community influences my music. And when
right,
I hear things I like, I actually incorporate that feel. Maybe not that
right.
sound, but that feel, that feeling that they have in their music. Like I heard a Brad Example last night. Oh my God, you ever heard that Brad Example song that about the bird? I
Hmm.
mean, God,
Yeah.
I need antidepressants after I hear it, but it makes you feel a
Oh
feeling.
yeah. Yeah.
It
Even if
makes
the
it comes
feeling is
across.
depressed.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is it's conveying that feeling in that story, or that part of him that was there, because you're getting a piece of Brad Example in that song, and
Right.
that's what you know. I just that's what I always like, if you can put a piece of yourself in that song and make people kind of feel, and you accomplish something.
Right. I see that link that you dropped, Exalted Marauder. We definitely get into some long songs because that's one of the other things is that there's not a set time frame on music, and there shouldn't be. But
Shouldn't
that's
be.
one thing that we uh, get used to, get programmed all our life that a song has to be this amount of time, and especially now was with radio, now it's with Spotify and whatever. The songs have to be this long. And then if something comes and China changes that or challenges that, of course, punk music said, nope, we can cut that down. And that's the thing. Punk came about, it was an experiment. That was all experimental. And now it is a
Mainstream
genre
genre.
to it. Yeah, exactly.
That's,
Hey,
And
that's kind
Ren
of how
blew
we're
up.
all made, though, isn't it? We're all sort of like experiments between our parents
pretty
or
much, yes, pretty much.
Comma.
donors.
So,
Well,
yeah,
Ren blew up with a 9.5 minute song. Hi, Ren is a
right.
very long song, and it became very popular. And it's what launched all his other music kind of into the stratosphere. And so I couldn't go the show without bringing up
Yeah.
this hero.
And he's an example of taking, basically folk music and hip hop and blending a lot of different genres. And
Yeah.
you go back, 20, 30 years, that sort of stuff didn't exist. And it takes somebody just saying, hey, I want to do this. And then, for it
Sort
to,
of hip hop minstrel. Not menstrual. I hear you, Urban. I hear you thinking.
It's,
Min.
The study of insects.
so,
Fuck
so,
off. That was an autocorrect error.
what is the etymology of entomology?
You know what? I stuck my teeny tiny penis.
so real quick, before
Present
we,
it.
before we go too much further, let's on a serious tip. first off, mention the link pinned to the top of the chat.
Freudian slip.
Allie Strong, if you have anything to donate, please help out with Allie Strong and Chris Strong with the GoFundMe. Also, it was mentioned, Ronnie Cash evidently passed away here recently. That was news to me. I did not know that. So, it was, that just hit me. I was like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that. And then also, Joe Norman, who's hanging out in the chat, was asking for everyone to keep his 95-year-old dad and their thoughts and prayers. Has shingles. Shingles is no fun, that is for sure. And I couldn't imagine it, 95, getting hit with that. Because, shingles is one of the worst things I've dealt with. Just wanted to, get that serious stuff in there before who knows what direction we go in.
Well,
Tip.
I'm sure whatever direction it is, it's going to be all sorts of...
Urban, you were gonna do like a demonstration for us tonight, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we go to that? Tell us a little bit about what you're gonna do here.
With his sound effects.
My machine, my MPC, to be more specific.
My glorious machine.
Yeah, so my experimentation with music comes from like just sort of kind of letting my machine sort of come up with stuff which I know a lot of people would like frown upon, but we don't care here because it's experimental. So it's not AI, it's just randomization, and it's a pretty normal function in a lot of music making things. But let's just roll and make some stuff. I already got a little bit of some kind of beat worked out to begin with. Then I could basically just coming up with little things here, and I'll take this and make another sequence here. And we're gonna just basically erase this one and start over with a slightly different thing, and we'll pair them together and make different, bigger sequence. combine them. Yeah, so that's pretty much like kind of how I work with these things. One of the projects that I have really gotten into, I believe it's this one. I think this is the one that I was doing the other day. Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's got to load.
Super cool.
Here we are.
Gotta love.
Starts off as very simple. I usually work with really simple things and I add layers on top. There's your noise pole wall.
Pole wall.
Yeah. So
Good question from Steve-O here. Is there a sound that cannot be manipulated into music somehow?
the answer is no. I mean, basically, as long as it's in a file format that the thing can read, whatever it is can be manipulated. Why am I off balance here? Yeah, every song can be manipulated.
Yeah.
So
And that actually works as a good setup for one of the videos that I was going to play tonight. This artist, Leah Cole, she has an album, her current album that's got all sorts of different, like, in fact, what's the name of it? It's called, hang on just a second. Normal Sounds is the name of the album. And the song that I've got the video for here is called Car Alarm Turn Signal. So it's basically she takes all kinds of different sounds and then makes songs out of them. I think it's super, super cool. So if we're going to go to that one right now. Car Alarm Turn Signal from Leah Cole.
Turn signals are one of my favorite sounds of all time.
Let me... Here we go.
It's
So
I like
cool.
that little
waltz.
bit of,
It's a
like,
3/4.
sax going on right now in the background. It's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah.
Chat, you guys are making me hungry. I had to.
You know, the weird thing about that is, as a musician, when you hear stuff like that, I don't know. And E. Urban was talking earlier about building layers. I was
Hmm.
like, wow, I want to get a hold of that. I want to like skip off of Chad's show right now and start laying layers on top of that freaking thing right now. I can do that.
Get yourself one, man. It's well worth it. Like
No, no,
600.
no. I'm talking about listening to that song. Did you not go, wow, I would put this in there right there with, and I could build off what they done right there and do this. And you just keep on wanting to layer it like like a cake or something.
Hmm.
Speaking of cake, I also have a piece of cake sitting next to me, as well as a variety of salads.
Oh, you're not
including
sitting
an
on the cake?
No, I'm not sitting on the cake. I have an experimental smorgasbord over here where I have a lemon yogurt, a raspberry white chocolate cake. I have 2 different types of potato salad, a pasta salad, and a broccoli salad.
Are you
Oh,
experimenting with how sick you're gonna be by the time you're done with this?
So
I mean,
the cake
possibly.
sitting, that's the OnlyFans. That's not during the stream. Okay. So,
Cake sitting.
I think we had a
Sit on
little,
my cake.
we had a little bit of that at the beginning of the show, though, didn't we, Chad?
I have
So-
a cake right here.
Are you gonna
So-
put the potato salad on the cake?
so
I'm not
Lee,
putting it on it. Okay, listen, they're just sitting next to each other on the same
Dip your
plate because I'm not going to use different
Cake
plates.
in the potato salad.
All right.
so Leah Cole, I dropped the link to her Bandcamp as well. That's where I found her. Absolutely fantastic. All the different songs on that album. And Kurt said something about give me the vinyl. You can buy the vinyl on her Bandcamp. So yeah, it's on there. To be able to take different sounds from environment and then turn them into music is just so magical, and really as somebody in the chat said, definitely takes you on a journey, and for sure 100%.
I like that little waltz thing that comes in, like almost at the end there with the turn signal.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like a nice steady waltz time thing. I'm echoing. Who's got their cancellation off?
I don't know. I
Chad.
hope Chad checks mine. We got people showing up in gangbusters in the chat. So while you figure out who's echoing, we have either Dennis or Denise Ramos. I'm not sure which that is. Listen, I'm new here.
Brothers on guitar.
Brothers on
Yes,
guitar, yeah.
Andy. Hello.
And Gortium85.
Yes, and Gordium dropped a link.
Had a great
I know
sound.
Gordium does some experimenting, so we'll definitely get to a track from Gordium.
Yeah,
We've
you know
got
who we're
other
missing?
Chad Jones in the chat. Hi, guys. And girls and people and humans and stuff. I don't know.
Steve-O.
Aliens.
Did we mention Steve-O?
I don't think we have
Yes.
yet, but I think we
Steve-O.
should.
Hi, Steve-O.
I put the comment. He's to the sound incorporated into music. So yes, but hello everybody.
Fried apples.
We're
Steve,
missing
hey, fried
Emperism.
apples, fried apples.
Oh yeah,
Czar.
Emperism
Where's-
is definitely.
where's Emp?
and Leela and Jade Star, like those 3 especially, like should be
In
here.
addition, especially.
Right. When me and Sunshine was talking earlier about experimental music, one of the first ones that came up was Emperism.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, I 100% agree.
Because what I just did there with my machine, he's got that in spades. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Why don't we go to an Emperism track real quick, since it was brought up. Any certain request? Anyone that comes to mind? Pole vault or
Well, I'm not gonna do that.
I think one of them is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'd be like that. What with that pole vault and
Surprise us.
Sunshine? No, but I will tell you this.
or we can wait
If-
and hopefully if we say his name more
Sure.
times, he'll show up.
Right, and I'm gonna tell you what.
Emperism,
Emperism.
Emperism.
Working with
You
Emperism,
can do it.
I think anybody that's ever done a collab with Emperism will tell you he is the best. He is the best. He can really make you pop. He's got some
Yeah.
good stuff.
He is awesome.
Yeah, no. He's kind of like Chris from Son of Snake, and Chad will tell you this. You'll be like, "Hey, I got this idea, Son of Snake," and before you can hit send, he's already sent back
Right.
the,
Yep.
the song. You're like, "Wow, what the hell? How'd you do that?" It's awesome.
Travels through the time-space continuum.
Well,
like
and
paper.
Imp does a thing like he says he feels the music,
Mhm.
and he says the music flows through him, and that's kind of it's all about the feeling. I think a lot of
Right.
experimental music is about the feeling of what you're doing.
Right.
I'm shooting you, Keri, and you're going into the bullet. You're supposed to go away from it.
I'm going away
Other
from it on my
direction.
screen. Well, it doesn't look like that on my
All right.
screen. You want to fight? Let's it.
We-
Let me get out my special move. Let's go.
We're gonna, as they fight and shoot each other, I'm gonna go to this one called High Enough from Empirism. High Enough. That's something that
That's something that I'm not for this show.
I don't believe
For
it.
once, we agree. Do we just lose Chad?
Yay!
How did we how do we lose
PP,
Chad
PP.
without losing the
We
stream?
just hijacked the
Because
show.
he preset the stream. So everybody out there, I just want to say to you, since Chad's gone, PP.
what happened.
Oh, look at
I don't know. You have control of the controls, Control Master.
Hold on, hacking me.
I mean, it's a real possibility.
Man, I was really digging those Winamp visuals too.
I mean, really, it jarred me back to reality. I don't know about you guys. How do you feel about that? You got lost.
Yeah.
Chad got too high.
That's pretty cool. I think that's the first time that's ever happened.
I think so too. I mean, honestly.
All right.
We were like halfway through it or something.
We were about 2 minutes in, but I'm starting it over. I'm sorry. So
Got lost.
pull out in that magic cape.
And now I'm
Magic
drinking my
drink.
magic drink.
Magic drink did it. Okay.
Cheers.
That's a scissor in there.
Yeah. All
That
right.
lean. Looks like lean.
Yeah, Imp. Imp is awesome. So Mini Vibes is in the chat and taking the poll serious. Said had to see the capes before voting. Now
What cape?
here's Pole Vault doing a switcheroo with the capes.
Well, I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about. I don't know what you're talking about, Chad. You
Pole
mean
Vault
this?
came up in here thinking he was the man with the cape, and so
he just
I had to put my
borrowed
cape
that.
on today.
He just took Sunshine's nightgown. And was just like cape.
Wait, you got to get full effect.
Keri's like, I'm gonna just take this curtain and make it a cape. Well, I'm gonna be even cheaper and just make this paper towel into
I
a
don't.
cape
Yeah,
How
somehow.
creativity, Urban, and also that is an
yes.
awesome cape, Pole Vault. I would say that right there is a good guy cape.
Yeah, that Chad, are you trying to say the white cape with the sparkles on it is not the good
Aha!
cape?
Wait,
Red is the good guy's cape. So you're saying that E Urban has the winning
Yeah.
good guy cape then? Because
Listen, he definitely wins for
It's
biodegradability.
especially on
Because mine's
experimental.
improv.
I'm pretty sure mine's polyester. So I'm pretty sure yours is the
Mine's
most
mine's just that improv spirit right there.
so as of right now, Pole Vault is winning with 41%. I'm in second with 38%. Keri 10%. E Urban 10%. 29 votes so far. So
Listen, y'all.
You know, it's really hard to
Stand
find.
up by itself. I should make a little Pope hat out of this.
Remember when we were looking for a cape, Chad? It's hard to find a cape, dude. Like a long, like one of those like a real one. You know, like
Yeah.
a real cape.
yeah,
I mean, I go to estate sales and look around. You cannot find them.
I want a Lando cape. I
I want
definitely
one of
want
those-
a Lando cape.
You know, like London, like Dracula, like freaking,
Mhm.
like real
Oh, yeah.
cape. And
Yeah,
I don't want like a fake dress up like Party City cape. I want like a real one, but you just
Right.
can't
Like a
find them.
cowl. You can get
Yeah.
like a cowl, like a
You
big.
could-
you got to
could
go to
make one, though.
Transylvania. Go to Transylvania, and you can probably find them
You
there.
can make one,
know.
get some
Yeah, I've
really
been there, but I
high
didn't
grade
get around.
satin.
I want the spawn cowl.
So it has
Well, I
some
want one
weight
that
to
has
it.
like like Coochie wrote inside or Nirvana.
Coochie man.
You know, like a designer that's actually made by a manufacturer. You know,
Hmm.
I want
Oh,
like
a Gucci cape. He said coochie.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
thought
what
he
I'm
said coochie as well.
yeah,
Coochie.
yeah, Coochie and Nirvana.
A cape for your coochie.
Oh, see, Pole Vault, you changed to the white.
Mine changes
I can make
color.
my cape red. I just gotta like bleed.
All right, so let's get back to some music. We
I
are
have a sewing
talking.
machine. I'll
We are
trade you some.
talking experimental music, and you know, we've discussed a little bit about what is experimental music. The big thing I think is that you take all the rules, throw them out the window, and then also what is experimental for one person may not be experimental for somebody else. There are various, you know, individual definitions of what it is.
Well, and anything that takes you out of your norm, I think, is experimental. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you could be a pop star experimenting with country music. Does that count
for
as
sure, for
experimental?
sure.
If it's not
Yes.
in your normal sort of thing?
Yes.
Jazz
I
is
agree with that.
essentially experimental.
Yeah. No,
mean,
jazz is
it's
kind of like the original experimental
mostly-
genre. Yeah.
Mostly mostly improvisation. So
Yeah. So, like, would you count Grateful Dead as, like, experimental music?
Oh
in
yeah,
its
for
style?
sure. For sure.
you know, like a jam band that doesn't really exactly stick to what they usually do, and they just kind of every show's different.
I mean, I consider that experimental. The Beatles were experimental. Of course, they were in that little clip we watched earlier. They were saying that how the Beatles were the mainstream. But that's the thing, is that they were able to take experimental music and take it to the mainstream by being experimental. And it's still, at the end of the day, it's still experimental. So
And, you know, they really evolved from how they started to like their more
Exactly, and that's
experimental stuff.
and
That's
that's
a beautiful thing to watch.
exactly the evolution of it. Yes, and the trying different things and just pushing forward. So
One of my favorite experimental jazz bands is Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. The album UFO Tofu. When you see it live, it's totally different. I mean, it's got some of its same anchors, but I just like the name UFO Tofu because when you spell it forwards and backwards, it's the same thing. And it's just one of those things my dad showed to me when I was like really young, and I just can't get the name out of my head because UFO Tofu is an amazing name.
Yeah. One of my favorite experimental bands would be Pink Floyd,
yeah,
Absolutely.
and like especially like their Uma album and stuff was very experimental, which now you hear on the radio and it doesn't sound that experimental, but at the time it was just off the edge.
I
right.
really like
Yeah.
Pipers at the Gates of Dawn. That's like my I mean, everybody likes Dark Side of the Moon. I cannot lie. I like that album too. But Piper at the Gates of Dawn is one of my favorites.
And
Yeah, it's groovy.
we talked about too how when we're looking at experimental music, the length of a song, you take that, you throw that out the window. It's all about the feeling, just kind of getting into it. And we've got a fun one to go to next. It's our good friend Robbie Stingle. Of course, Robbie has multiple gongs in his house, so that there itself is experimental. That's not what every artist of the community has going on in their songs. And then this one, he uses a bowl to play the guitar. And again, a bowl,
Like
as
on a
in
violin or
like a
cello.
violin.
I thought you
Honestly,
said
Chad,
bowl.
I thought you said bowl, and I was like, the same thing. Makes me
Yeah, I
feel
did
like
too.
jelly.
I did too.
Yeah,
I mean, you might try that, though.
you stuck on peanut butter and jelly. I know.
No, I
So
thought you said bowl, dude. I was
We
just
all
like,
thought you
this
said
is gonna,
bowl.
this is gonna be fucking
Just
crazy.
takes like a little weed pipe and just starts playing the guitar with
When you
it.
thought weed pipe, I immediately thought like one of those big salad bowls with like
Yeah,
string stretched
dude.
across
Robbie,
it. Like,
you taking notes here?
Yeah,
With
next
Robbie-
thing you know, we'll see him
with
playing
Robbie, I was
bowls.
thinking, with
taking
Robbie,
like
I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna go off
That's
on the
that's
We
gonna be
better.
Robbie's next video.
He's gonna take every
so-
bowl in that kitchen and just like set it up and just do little drums and
hey, quick shout out to Mikey who just joined us in
Hello,
the chat.
Mikey.
Hi, Mikey.
Just in time, Mikey. We are going to Anguished from Robbie Stingle. So buckle up, everybody. The place is getting burnt down, and here we go.
I love his face. Sweet face.
always, fantastic Robbie Stingle.
The
Bringing
face,
down
so
the
good.
house.
He's
Face
got to
is so good.
stare like he's seen some shit.
Okay, so here's the thing. If Jimi Hendrix was still alive, he would be spending all of his time on YouTube doing reactions to Robbie Stingle's music. I mean, like, he would be like, bruh, did you hear what that guy Robbie did the other day? Here, let me play it for you. I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna tell you from experience why he's amazing.
I noticed
know?
a little gun on his shirt, and I would like to see him like take a gong and just like shoot at it with an SMG. Just
I think that would
see
be
what that would
The
sound like.
juxtaposition of like this super hippie music with this gun on his shirt too was just kind of amazing in and of itself. But yeah, I could totally see Jimi Hendrix like Justin Hawkins style, giving commentary, but Robbie would be a reoccurring guest on that show for sure.
Keri had mentioned who was it? Dillinger's Bones. Yes, I was going to get
Please.
some to Dillinger's Bones, but
I
I wanted
know.
to ask, what one should we go with Dillinger's Bones? Because you've given a few
They've
options here:
listed, yeah, they've listed quite a few.
the Crash or Steve's Fear. Which one? Track 3. Which one should we go with?
Is Steve afraid of clowns? Is he the one that was afraid of clowns, or was that Chad?
I'm not a big fan.
And there
Freedom
is Brenda. Welcome. Hello, hello.
Hey, Brenda. Chad, did you notice my cape?
That's not a cape. That's a flag.
What? Look at that. Look. It's even got the tie in the front and everything. You didn't know I was a man of many capes, did you? You didn't know what you were getting into.
You're gonna have to burn that flag now because
Didn't I see Pearl wearing those as panties? Those are Pearl's panties you're wearing.
I mean, could be.
No, look.
I mean, it's
Pull
kind
out
of
cape.
It's kind of a cape.
I bet that was made in
Okay.
China.
okay.
It's not.
And it has a weird number of stars on it.
I don't know, but I've got Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat stuck in my head now. Thanks.
All right, we are gonna go to track. Is it track 3 or track point 3 from Dillinger's Bones? And this was
third of the track.
released 2 hours ago. So that's where we're going to go to next. Let me get this pulled up. Talk amongst yourselves. And we've got some interesting stuff that I found that I'm going to get to.
Brenda likes the cape, Chad. God, you always like trying to bust on my capes.
I just got the better cape. That's
No,
all I'm
you-
trying to
no,
say.
you're
I like
right.
my cape better. I mean,
Bust on your cape.
Many Vibes, did you put on an invisible cape or a cape of invisibility?
It's a great way to get on Superman's nerves. Just bust on his cape. How the fuck did this?
No cape busting. Yes, none of that.
And what was it with the cape? Why did he have a cape? Oh yeah, everybody on his planet had a cape.
Yes.
On the original planet had a cape. Yeah, okay.
Yes. All right. Whoops. Let me get this
Does that
ready.
mean what we're doing is clip-drawn cultural appropriation by wearing all these capes?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. How dare you?
I'm just want to make sure. No, I just never had to ask that question before, so I just wanted to
You
throw
act
it
like
out there.
people on my planet can't be wearing a cape, Keri.
Right.
I'm just saying.
So
You don't know what planet I'm from.
we're going to track 3. This is Dillinger's Bones. All right. So buckle in and let's do it.
You hear Paul.
The ping ping and the ching ching and the ting ting and the ding ding and the chicken wing.
Heck yeah.
Listen, I wrote down the lyrics. What it is it's pole vault, pole vault, pole vault, ching 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 ching, and a chicken wing ding. Gonna get my Ouija board. Gonna get my Ouija board. Did I get it? Because
That sounds
Pole
pretty
vault,
close.
pole vault.
pole vault,
Pole
pole vault. Ching ching.
See,
and a
our
chicken
songs
wing,
are
and a chicken
speaking
wing.
to you,
Gonna
Paul.
get my Ouija board. Gonna get my Ouija board.
That Ouija
Ding
board
ding
is
ding
going
ding
my
chicken
truck.
wing.
I love it. I'm not making fun of it.
Well,
I spent the whole song waiting for more chicken wing lines.
yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
It needs
no,
like a 10-hour long version.
I
Like, you know,
dug
like how
it.
there's like
It's super
10
fun.
hours of this.
So you want you like your songs on the long side, like the Robbie Stingle video, or specifically that song. You need it for 10 hours.
It's like what, you know, like there's sometimes there's like a really like they do this with a meme sometimes where they'll just like
Right.
post a 10-hour long version of that on a loop,
Right.
and that needs to be one of those. I think it's just designed to like kind of like screw with people. You play that in the background and it just goes on, you know, almost like something you
like
do in
like
Guantanamo Bay.
like raining tacos. There's like a
Badger,
There-
badger,
long
badger,
version
badger,
of
badger,
that.
badger was a
Yeah.
mushroom. That one
Or-
was 10 hours.
Any of them, 10 hours of it.
You know, I have watched a YouTube short that was probably 90 seconds for like 5 minutes before I realized I was watching a YouTube short because it fused together so well.
Or
you ever
they
done
make
that?
the beginning and the end like a perfect fucking
Oh,
loop.
it was such a good loop, and it was a lady playing her guitar too. It wasn't even necessarily, but like I literally sat there like waiting for the next verse, and I was like, "This is weird that she keeps just doing this one verse." I mean, I'm here for it. Like I could listen to that one verse, but usually she does more than that. Yeah. Anyway, it was pretty good.
All right, I've got the most experimental song that I could find. Okay, I am not going to be good at pronouncing the title. If anybody wants to give a Yes.
Sure.
So it's from Alma Laprida. Let's see. Alma is this is another artist that I found through Bandcamp. I believe
Shout out to Mr. Smith.
she is from Argentina.
Liddy.
Yes. Hello to Mr. Smith. And before that, Tabitha Rains was here, and we forgot to say hello to Tabitha. And why are you not talking into the microphone, Keri?
Oh, because that was my thinking voice.
All right. So this is absolutely amazing. Okay. It really is. It's pens and pencils and papers and charcoal, and it makes a song. And it is absolutely fantastic. So let me get this. I've got too many windows open. There it is. Okay. We jump into this.
Don't do that. You're liable to drop off your own live stream, and then we just have to fill the air without you.
Nah.
Here we go.
Then I'll say
Let me make sure this is all the way up. There we go. This is amazing.
Oh my god. Many Vibe says throws paint. I immediately thought about that scene from The Big Lebowski. That's what it sounds like to me.
Hate YouTube ads? You need this Chrome extension. I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. This Chrome extension lets you block ads or get paid to watch.
Combo breaker.
Mother.
Chad, I like this, but some of the sounds, like right at the beginning when the pen was like squeaking, it's like, I have to agree, some of it was a little goosebumpy. Not like in a creepy way, but like in a pen scratchy way. Ugh.
Please tell me they don't break out Sharpies.
You guys don't know good music. That's all I can say.
I just
No,
don't.
it's just like I only have like I have ADD. These are really long songs, and I'm like I just have to say something about it, otherwise I'll lose the thought, or I just need to break it up a little bit. But there is a certain pen scratchy sound that like I really enjoyed the circles, the other circles, and that was okay. But like some of the pencil sounds and that beginning pen sound really got me. Pole vault's over there sniffing Sharpies. He's like, speaking of Sharpies. They're I mean,
Yeah, take the cap off
appreciate
first,
it.
Pole vault.
I appreciate it. It's unique
on
and
mute.
it's unusual.
Yeah,
But like I just have to break up the scratchy sound. Like, see, this is better. I can handle this.
I used to play lead eraser for these guys.
I know, that was genius. So good. I wish I'd thought of it first. It is. It's awesome. It's artistic. It's just sometimes I have to.
This is like me drawing voids in kindergarten.
You should
And how
see
is
what I
this
can do
different?
with
How
the
is this
stapler.
different from, say, like ESMR? Like,
Well, there's a
would you-
rhythm to this. It's musical, and that it,
Well, but there's some ESMR stuff that's like rhythmic in this sort of manner.
Is that a penis? Okay, that was about to become a penis. You're just like one line away from a shaft and a head right there.
See, I like that.
You see, he brought it. Ow! No! Damn it. Ew.
Chad,
Oh,
I need
yeah.
you to like put your cursor on the bottom so I can like. It's like a waiting for an Uber thing. I have to know
Like a warning for that.
how long I can, like how much longer I have to go. Like, when do I get to take a bathroom break? Like, with normal songs that are about 3 minutes, I can time my bathroom breaks in these shows.
2 minutes are left.
Let me know when I put my headphones back on.
I quit this band to go on to spray paint.
Why'd you bring up Sharpies?
Chad, you gotta put your cursor so I can see the red thing. I gotta see the red thing. I gotta see the red thing. Put your cursor on the bottom of your video so I can see the red thing. Thank you.
It's almost over.
Nope, with these experimental ones, I need it at the bottom. It gives me anxiety not knowing.
Beautiful.
This is me saying no to Ritalin. This is me saying no to Ritalin. It's asking Chad to put the damn cursor on the red thing so I can clock how much time we got.
Oh my god.
It
I
wasn't bad. I'm not going to say
love
that's
it.
bad.
That was brutal at the end.
Hey,
love it. I love it.
Chad, what's the next one? Fingernails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, the Sharpie got me in my ears. I have to admit, I was getting the heebie-jeebies on that.
My arm looks like freaking Braille right now.
All right. How about we go to something that's
but listen, I liked some of it. There was parts of it that I was on board with. And I loved,
to me, it's relaxing. It's relaxing. It's like
Until
listening to rainfall or something. I love the.
It was okay in parts, but there were
rhythm
certain
of it.
ones. Once it got into a rhythm, it was fine. But there was like parts of the Sharpie one and the beginning of the pen one. Like, and the scary thing is I didn't know when it was going to happen to me.
The other thing is that
It was giving me a little bit of anxiety. That's why I was like, I have to be able to watch the progression of this music with the timer bar at the bottom of the YouTube. Like, to the point where I was like, oh. Yeah, and I the square rocked, like.
That's
so
the other
really
thing.
cool.
It's experimental. So it's not even about if it's good or not. It's about trying something different and turning it. They probably were like, hey, can we do any sort of music?
That experiment
with us
made my skin. Experiment made my skin look like the fucking skin of a turkey.
Listen, to nod back to what Pole Vault said earlier about experimental music making you feel something. That made me feel anxiety.
Cringe. It made me feel cringe.
But like,
I'm not judging it.
But it's not
just
a bad thing, and I'm here for it. And I liked the distinctive like time changes that happened with like the triangle and the square. Like that was cool, but it was anxiety over when the next like squeak was going to be.
So it's the opposite of me because to me it was relaxing and not knowing what direction it's going to go. That's what just like it's so calming to watch it.
Chad's also.
I'm
Chad's
not
also a
complaining.
sadist.
I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you what it made me feel like. Okay.
Well, yeah. Was it music or loud art? I mean, I think it's up to the individual to decide. I definitely feel there's music quality to it, just like listening to rainfall. There's different things that you can hear during the day.
Rainfall. You should like just pull up any random video of people putting symbols out into the rain. That is really cool. Take like little symbol splashes, rides or whatever, and just like dot them out in your yard and just let the rain hit them. And it's really cool.
And so, since that was too experimental for most of you, we are going to bring this back, more musical oriented. Dubsy, who happens to be in the chat, released a new song a couple of days ago. Dubsy always does, experiments with styles and blends multiple genres. And I figured I would go to the most recent track from Dubsy, which is called Red Dawn. And this is featuring Destire on the vocals as well. So this will get y'all back
Can you please
into.
tell me how long it is. I just like you've
it's
broken
4
my
minutes.
trust.
It's 4 minutes
Okay.
and 2 seconds. I told you it was going to bring it back to normal, especially for you.
I don't. Okay, let me be perfectly clear with you. It's not about not liking it, and it's not about like complaining about the length of it. It's just there's a certain point where I need a visual to see a counter for my own anxiety levels. Like I didn't realize this was a thing of mine, but apparently it's a thing of mine. Like I need to see the timer.
Is there Sharpies?
Or you have to tell me how many minutes.
No Sharpies. It's 4 minutes and 2 seconds long. All right.
Thank you. It's just like just pause for a minute so I can look. I'm not complaining. I'm here for all of it, but I guess I just need this thing.
All right.
I didn't know I needed this thing. It's just a thing I need.
All right. Here we go.
all alone.
Wax people, paper dolls, litter the streets, come one and all, fire in our eyes as we see it fall.
It's a cold world, make you shiver. Life's a highwayman, stand and deliver. We get back up and get knocked down again. It ends 'cause our fleeting gaze is lost in the wind. Shallow is my grave and deep is my death. But hold on, I'm not dying out yet. Summon up the power, great red star, born to pain, barely a blip on the radar. And now you run, you're running back to the dawn you love, back to the one you are. And here you stand, you're standing on the precipice of red dawn that you are. Send you a postcard, the great beyond, but for now I'll face the dawn.
Suddenly I'm in another world, facing east and there's no rising sun.
Where will we run to? Shallow is my grave and deep is my death. But hold on, I'm not dying out yet. Summon up the power of a great massive star. Form decay, barely a blip on the radar. And now you run, you're running back to the dawn you love, back to the one you are. And here you stand, you're standing on the precipice of red dawn that you send you a postcard if I reach the great beyond, but for now I'll face the dawn. Sometimes I don't belong. Sometimes everything is wrong. Sometimes I don't belong. But for now, I'll face the dawn.
Heck yeah. See, no
Right.
Sharpies.
that.
No Sharpies.
I'm back on
I'm
track.
just,
Hey!
Yes.
I have to reiterate. I don't mind feeling anxious. I don't mind that music makes me feel anxious. I just need to counterbalance with knowing how long I'm going to be sitting in that emotion. Okay? Because to me, honestly, there's no bad emotions. Music that makes you feel anxious is still music that makes you feel something. All right?
sure,
Music that
for
makes
sure.
you feel angry, like all of it is necessary to the spectrum of being human. But I need to know how long
Right.
I'm going
Pole
to
vault,
be
you
sitting in
asshole.
that.
But
Ah, you bitch.
can you,
I can't hear it.
I'm not listening. Fuck your stupid Sharpie.
you
pole
gotta get
vault.
closer to the mic. I can't hear you.
I can't hear you, but like Irvin can hear it just seeing it. That's very funny. That's very funny.
Dubsy, you're awesome.
That's psychosomatic, buddy.
Dub-
You're fine.
Dubsy,
Oh, I'm catching a buzz for
I-
that.
hey, I don't know if y'all saw this. You can get your
That was great.
you can get your YouTube recap, and it tells you who your top listened to artists were. Have any of y'all seen that?
No.
I do my Spotify one, but it's usually podcast.
Yeah,
So I haven't seen
Spotify should be coming up this week, I do believe.
And Spotify was the OG. The OG.
Oh yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
your
No,
year.
YouTube's definitely just ripping it off. But let me pull mine up real quick because I shared this on Facebook.
And then let's play some Marauder. They've been hanging out a long time. And
Yeah, we're gonna play a long experimental song from them. Okay,
please show me how long.
I will tell you exactly how long it is.
Not
once
because
we-
I won't like it. Not because it's gonna be
Like-
torture.
like,
just because I have to know. I have to know.
About this long, like up to the elbow long,
Shut your face.
and just as wide.
How are the fingers?
So anyways, here it is. I found it. Okay, I found the photo. Let me
Alright,
just
good.
pull this up and share it. These were my top artists. Listen to on YouTube. Number one was Valerie Bott. Tabitha Raines was second. Then Lennox, and then Dubsy, and then Melanie.
Jelly Roll.
Melanie's to blame for that because I'm not even a big Jelly
Jelly
Roll
Roll.
fan. So
Because you said Jelly Roll.
Which
Which is why we all thought you said bowl when you said bow,
Jelly
because you just
Roll.
said Jelly Roll.
Gyro.
all right, so
I love that.
Roll.
What is that? Midwest accent? Is that what that is? Is that Midwest?
I'm from Texas, okay,
Midwest-
and
Midwest
I'm from
Hollywood.
Texas.
The Panhandle? Are you from the
Live-
Panhandle of Texas?
No,
Because,
southeast Texas, and then was in Vegas from 18 years or something, and now I'm in Ohio. So
so you have a Texas Midwestern.
Yeah, the Ohio accent.
So you're saying the next track is Jelly Roll.
I'm not even that big of a fan of Jelly Roll. I don't listen to Jelly Roll. Okay, wait till my Spotify comes out.
Wait
and
a
I'll
minute.
redeem
I've never
myself.
seen Jelly Roll and Chad together at the same time.
I mean, really, that would be a hot collab. Chad on the trumpet and Jelly Roll.
I'm saying Chad is Jelly Roll. He's just not.
That's why he's like, I can't listen to my own music, but Melanie's really into it. That makes a lot of sense. I think you solved the mystery pole vault. If it wasn't for those pesky teenagers, he would have gotten away with it.
Busted.
All right, so we are going to this track from Exalted Marauder, and just so you know, it's 12 minutes and 10 seconds, Keri. The experimental track called Mistro, and let's get into this. All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
Pour me a drink. Look your fine wine. And for the 1,000th time, tell me that everything is going to be just fine.
You know damn well it isn't!
but couldn't depend on you. I think I knew from the start. I just didn't want to believe it. But even though I could see you for who you are, there was nothing stopping you from twisting my arms.
Heck yeah.
Wow, that was groovy, man.
Fantastic song.
But you know, if you're looking for revenge, hit me
Urban
up.
has a list of ideas that he just
I
keeps
have a little
written on his
service I
wall.
call unsavory tasks completed at discount prices. It's kind of like dirty deeds done dirt cheap, but
but not.
It's,
But
it's,
with less alliteration.
yeah. It's Dollar Tree style.
Is that the cost?
Yeah.
$1?
$1.25.
That's
Okay.
right, Chad.
$1.25.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Hey, again, I'm not against the long songs. I just had to hear it was a 12-minute song, so I could be like
Okay.
mentally prepared for it.
Well-
No, that was so good. It really felt like for me, like it's really like my internal struggle, me against me, is really just where I went with it in my brain, and and thank you for your work. I mean, it was
Yeah.
cathartic for all of us, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's definitely my favorite of the songs I've heard from you guys. Really dig that one. Early on, definitely gave me a little bit of King Missile vibes, which I love King Missile.
I kind of felt a little Rage Against the Machine kind of.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, later on in the track, yeah, for sure.
A little bit Ministry. If you're
Good
not
night, Robbie.
familiar with Ministry. Oh. Well, Ministry.
I don't know if we're a superhero duo because he over there is the villain and I'm the good guy. So
No,
See?
that's not right, Chad.
we
I
don't
have my
we
mirror,
don't
my camera on,
we
which
don't-
is why I always get confused.
we don't team up like that. So
No.
I do.
No, Chad.
So I'm always doing
No
the
means
in the
no,
wrong
Chad.
direction.
Stop it. Stop it.
Now I can poke
all right, so
you.
I actually have never heard any of these rain on cymbals. E. Urban shared this, and we're going to go to this. It's only 1 minute and 2 seconds long, Keri. There's
Thank
your
you.
length, 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, man.
And it's relaxing and nice, and you'll like it. You actually might just decide to do this yourself.
That kind of looks like a foot there. A foot and a finger. Is that what that is? A
You know,
foot?
I didn't even notice that. That is
Yeah,
an interesting
finger foot.
statue.
Yeah.
It is. It's
All right.
a hand and foot.
So here is Rain on Cymbals.
This is nice, but I'd really like to hear it in a hailstorm.
Yeah, I bet their neighbors wouldn't.
Can't hear anything in a hailstorm over what's right in front of you.
Hey everyone!
Hey everyone! Hey girl! Hey!
Well, I always tell
Yeah.
Sunshine, when you buy wind chimes, you're not buying you wind chimes, you're buying your neighbors and everybody. in
Yes.
your neighborhood.
Yeah. Just in case you forgot that the wind blows. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, the
no,
wind's blowing
Now,
again.
see, to me, wind chimes are relaxing. I love to hear a chime on the wind. for
I
sure.
I
And
enjoy
can
wind
listen to
chimes as
that.
well.
Now, you know what's fun with wind chimes is if you record them and you put them into like some kind of software that can like detect pitch, it can create nice little interesting like MIDI melodies and stuff.
Yeah, that definitely was peaceful. Now, Robbie getting a little upset because the water on the cymbals is not good for the cymbals.
Yeah, but
Well,
those
and
are
this
probably
listener
like
pointed out that they need to clean the ring out.
throwaways.
They
Those
need
are
to
probably
clean the ring out.
throwaways that someone like they just didn't want them anymore or something. They probably bought like $5 or something at a used store.
Yeah, and they need a good clean to ring out more.
That was my thing. Is I wish they had a little bit more ring to them. So I was like, if it was a hailstorm or
I wanted
a
a sizzle in there.
What
Sizzle.
about a hurricane? How would they sound in a hurricane?
Here I am,
Probably,
like a hurricane.
they would rock. They would rock like a hurricane. That's for sure.
Sound like scorpions.
Yeah, a hail would be good. Yeah. Yeah. All
Well,
right.
there was hail today in my car, and I loved it. I loved it. I'm sitting at the
Well,
stoplight.
always, hell follows you, I think. Always raising it. So,
Raise hail.
so Gordium was there earlier, and I know Gordium does some experimenting, so I asked them to drop a link for something that they thought was one of their more experimental tracks. So they dropped Sounds for an Abandoned House, and this is their pseudoscience artist. Let's see. It's 4 minutes 11 seconds, Keri. So you know
Thank
how
you.
long it is that what we're getting into. And then after this, I think I've got a fun one. Maybe a live performance we'll get into. But here is Sounds for an Abandoned House. Heck yeah.
I
That
don't
was
think that's what
fantastic.
I don't think that's what Keri meant by spooning E.
When did I talk about spoons?
Like,
How long have we been
Whole
here?
time I'm over here like stabbing you with the spoon.
Was I above?
You were
No, I
like
was
above
next to
me,
you.
and I'm just like, eh.
Listen, I was
And
thinking
then I just
really
started, and then I
hard.
went like, eh.
I swear I can't take you to anywhere ever. Always.
Don't make me tell
Always.
your father.
So how
Good
cool
luck
is that?
finding him.
That was good. I like that.
I really dug that.
And
yeah.
also, now I know where I put my space helmet.
A abandoned, yes. Not only that, but also haunted. That was super cool.
That goes
So
together pretty good. Abandoned and haunted. You know,
yeah,
one or the other would not be good.
Is it abandoned? Is it truly abandoned though? If it's haunted, I would say nay. It is not abandoned. If it is haunted, it is fully occupied.
you're right. A haunted house is not abandoned because it's full of
Just
spirits.
say
At least one. So yeah,
Oh no.
for sure. I wanted to just share this real quick because I am a huge supporter of Bandcamp, and they do something on there where you can look through their recommendations of the best experimental music of the month. They do this once a month, so like if we go through November here, and you can get some recommendations on some really cool experimental stuff. And some of these, I was checking this out earlier, super, long tracks. And a lot of it's not on YouTube, but super cool.
Just point directly down in front of you, you genius.
But then you can't see it because my songs for strong is in the way, which is fine. I'm not going to change it.
Stab
but-
you. Stab you. I'm stabbing.
Why are you stabbing Volball? What's going on?
Ouchie.
An artist though that E Urban had sent a link over was somebody that was talking about a experimental album, and I started digging into the artist, Pedestrian Deposit, and man, they are super cool. Really dig this group.
Are we listening to the whole album? Because I'm going to take a nap. Not like because I don't want to hear it, but because like I'm going to get really sleepy.
No, I'm gonna play a 6 minute and 29-second clip.
Thank you, Chad.
Of Pedestrian Deposit live.
I bet this is how she like feels about dates. Like, how long is this gonna last?
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, so well, that's how honestly, it's how I feel when people come over to my house. Even my boyfriend of 10 years, I'm like, so how long are you planning on staying?
Wow.
Only because, like,
Wow.
I don't know. Like, it's like
Wow.
I
Like,
can
are
hang
you
out at his
paying
house. We
rent?
can hang out at his house just fine. But when it comes to my house, we're both like, I think it's like too small. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but it's
All right.
Well, I suppose it's time for you to hit the dusty trail.
Wow.
I mean, literally things I've said.
All right.
But he
This
loves
is
me
a-
for me.
This is a music show. Don't forget.
It is. It is a music show. I'm just saying
So-
it's a thing.
So here is a Pedestrian Deposit, and you're probably going to want to go and look them up on YouTube and also Bandcamp. All sorts of really interesting stuff that they do. But let's get into this clip.
So.
I absolutely love it. So much fun. So interesting. Would love to see them perform live. It's so cool.
You would.
I guess everyone saw that show.
I thought that was an electric. Like, is that what an electric saw is? It was like plugged in. So I just assume that's what electric saw is.
I mean, it's not an acoustic saw.
That's my point. That was cool. No, that was cool. And I think
Yeah.
it's a bow saw, isn't it?
It's a tree saw.
A hacksaw or something.
Yeah, it's a tree saw.
It's too big for a hacksaw, dear.
It's a
You
tree saw.
mean you mean a
Cobalt says it's a tree
you mean a
saw.
bowl that you put
No, it's
cereal
a
in?
tree
A
saw.
bowl
Yes,
saw?
and what you mix your peanut butter and jelly in, Chad. That's what I said.
Not to be confused with a seesaw.
We are gonna give another Exalted Marauder track of play here in just a few, but before we do that, Liza Day is one that she likes to do things weird and experiment with things. So I reached out to her and she sent me something from 2 years ago that she did. It's a cover of Pineapple Pen, and she did it in her own super fun way. And yeah, we're going to go to that next. Get that pulled up. Here we go. She calls it a weird depressed cover. Pineapple Pen. And here we go. So good. So good. I
Groovy,
love that.
groovy.
Yeah. She's got such an amazing voice and such a talent with you know, the different experimenting that she does. And some of my favorite artists, it seems like that naturally they are, fit into the experimental, scheme of things. Vault,
What?
Yeah.
you and E. Irvin both over there ready for bed, it seems.
Oh,
And
I got
Keri.
my blankie.
Yeah.
Keri's over there all snuggled up.
She's turned her cape into a blanket. I was just like, is that a cape on your blanket?
It's a magical trick that my cape can do. Can your cape turn into a snuggly blanket? I don't think
She's
so.
gonna have like pasta
Well-
salad in her hair.
Well, we're probably going to go another 20 minutes
Now
or
I got
so.
tater coins.
Hopefully, you three can stay awake. But I did want to mention that on Tuesday we're doing our Eggsgiving show, and I've had a handful of people send in videos about what they're thankful for. If anybody watching wants to send in a video for what you're thankful for, just hit me up at hamshowchat@gmail.com. We're going to just be talking all about what we are thankful for. Pole Vault's going to talk about what he's thankful for. Keri's going to talk about what she's thankful for.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah,
Do we need to
Urban's-
send in a video, or are we just
No.
live?
We're just
gonna
gonna
talk about
we're
drugs,
just gonna talk during the show, and we're also gonna be talking about food.
Yeah,
And
but
we
we're
will have,
thankful for food.
and we're gonna have the
Drugs.
wheel pick the ultimate Thanksgiving meal, because we're gonna put
Drugs.
all sorts of stuff on the wheel, spin it, and see where that
Drugs for
lands
dinner.
on. And we've got a field trip for that night as well.
On drugs?
David Rosen has a premiere that we're going to do. So we are going to do a field trip to the Pups new video on Tuesday. So
Drugs.
tune in
This
for
is the
that.
Ham and Egg Show. This is the Ham and Egg Show on drugs.
Drugs.
So yes, Kurt, you still got time, Make sure you get that taken care of, though, over the next 2 days if you want to send in a video. So you would also be welcome to jump on the panel during that show. This show's not open panel, but Tuesday's going to be open panel. If anybody wants to jump up and say, hey,
Want to buy some drugs?
Nothing to do with drugs. Nothing to do with drugs.
What
So-
about that tryptophan?
What?
Tryptophan. That's what's in turkey, man.
Oh,
That
Okay.
makes you sleep. It makes you sleep, man.
gotcha.
And then,
Okay.
then you drink a lot of Coke or Pepsi, and that's like a speedball.
How about that dextromorphin?
Dexter Morgan?
Dextromethorphan, yeah. Dextromethorphan,
That's-
as in Robitussin.
I'm a huge fan of Dexter Morgan. New Dexter Morgan prequel's coming and a sequel. So
Is that
Dextromethorphan.
cough medicine?
Yeah.
The sequel?
Robitussin on the rocks.
Sequel.
So it's time for me to go. Another one from Exalted Marauder. We still do have a couple more songs after this one, but it is getting close for us to go. 5 minutes, 12 seconds, Keri, as far as the runtime on this song. So we're going to jump into this now. Here we go.
Thank you.
When it's time to say goodbye, please don't cry. I will never forget you. all of the things we used to do. I'll rerun the highlights of my life in my mind. All of it, the good and the bad. Please, don't stay sad. I look up, the skies are opening, preparing for me, my journey. I don't have long, for it's time for me to go. I just want you to know I love you so. This is goodbye. Please forgive me, please forgive me. Please don't cry. It's time for me to go. Please forgive me. I just want you to know I love you so.
That was like poetry set to music. That was pretty sick. Hey, listen, I have to meet with a lawyer first thing in the morning. I mean, not show related. Just for the record.
Just about that Mickey Mouse thing.
I mean, maybe a little bit. No.
All right. All right, you get out of here.
I gotta
you
get out of here.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I was gonna say that song specifically, Zotted Marauder, made me think, why is there not a pole vault Zotted Marauder collab?
That would be sick.
That one definitely had pole vault vibes to me.
I liked it. I think that would be a great collab. Anyways, good night, everybody. Thanks
Good
for
night,
coming.
Keri.
And
We'll see you Tuesday, Keri.
see you Tuesday.
Mhm.
Say hi to the lawyer for me.
Yes.
No,
Work
I
on-
want him to continue to represent me, pole vault.
And work on the
money for
list.
that shit.
Work on the list of things you're thankful for,
He'll
and
probably do
be
it pro
ready for
bono.
Tuesday.
Good lawyers,
He'll be like,
good lawyers, and drugs.
he'll look at you and say pro bono.
Oh,
I'd be like, pole vault said to send lawyer, send lawyer. Well, you're already here, so just pole vault sending guns and money. So keep representing me.
drugs.
It's fine. It's in the mail.
Pole vault quality drugs.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Good night to Keri.
Bye bye. Bye bye,
And,
Keri. Bye.
whoop, we don't want to watch the commercial, I don't think. Let's see. Let's skip. Let's go to one from Roque. I had to get something from Roque in tonight. And this is one from 2 years ago. This is a routine from Roque Avellaneda. Here we go. Roque, Avlaneda. Love, love, love Roque. So good.
Yay!
And hello to Shelly, Michelle Morrison, JDL, and also Mr. Back from Doing Time. Welcome, welcome. Well, we are going to wrap things up here. I don't know what happened, but Pole Vault won the poll for best cape.
As I should.
I feel like that Pole Vault just wins every poll, no matter what it
I didn't even vote,
is.
Chad.
Yeah,
I'd have
right.
voted it.
Yeah, right.
No, I did not.
44 votes, and not a single one was one you
That's right.
cast.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, he voted for me. He was at 6% along with me for a combined 6%.
You know what, Chad?
Mhm.
You know, during the middle of that song, I ran to the bathroom real quick to take a leak, and my cape got caught in the door when I shut the door, and I went to like step toward the toilet, and it almost choked me to death. And I thought, oh my God, just think if I would just choke myself to death and died, the stupid shit Chad would have said about me. Well, he died doing what he wanted to.
Especially,
like,
especially if you were peeing, and people would think it was a whole carradine
no,
thing all over again.
imagine if you slammed your cape in the door and kept walking. But then I used my superpowers and flew up and got loose and stuff.
Yes. Well, I appreciate both of you for being here tonight, and even Keri, who was here until she was ready to pass out. And she's like, 3 hours behind us, behind me and E. So.
Yeah, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah, there's 2 here.
It's going to be a short one.
Good thing I had
This is a short one, 3 hours.
My
I
magic.
mean, we had songs that were like 15 minutes, 12 minutes. So, but,
well, wait, no. Magic drink.
Magic drink. What's in the magic drink?
The Kansas, right?
It makes you do magic things, or it is.
Look.
Yours isn't magic, though.
Huh?
His
isn't magic.
It's not magic. It's empty.
Oh, it disappeared. Okay, that's
all the
magic.
magic.
That's magic.
Magic drink.
So we are going to get out of here. I am going to leave y'all with a favorite song of mine. One, an artist that I'm sure you're going to be hearing a lot more from coming soon. They getting a little traction with this song, but big fan of it. I had a lot of things that I could have played tonight that I wanted to play, and just kind of go where the show takes us. Didn't have anything set in stone as far as what to play, though. But I think that we had a good discussion about experimental music, and a fun look at different types of music to kind of put experimental music on display, from the making music or whatever you want to call it with pens and paper and charcoal and Sharpies to, Robbie Stingle playing guitar with a bowl, to, Pole Vault and whatever it is Pole Vault does, and the ongoing saga of Fisher. What are the, besides Fisher, what are the characters?
Well, there was one at the very beginning that she had possessed named him, because I didn't give him a name, and it was always known as him. And remember, she was she back then, but I was putting hidden messages in the videos where her name was on the tombstone, and you got that. You were the person who got it. I was like, you know what the she's name is, and Chad was like, Fisher. And so I hid that in all the videos, and then it went on to Nick, which you know who Nick is. That's the guy downstairs, and she ran into Michael, which was the Archangel, and now she's running purgatory. On this album, she's torturing me to write her books. I mean that's 10 albums, you know.
Right.
10
Yeah.
albums. It's
Yeah.
a long story, Chad.
Yeah.
But
I was going to tell Shelly, yeah, you're welcome anytime to plug anybody else's shows, drop links, all of that good stuff. That's always welcome. All right. Just so you know. Yeah. And Exalted Marauder, we listened to a couple of tracks from them, and Dillinger's Bones, and just all sorts of, a different kind of show tonight. And it's always fun to do that, and explore things in different directions. But I want to say for everybody watching, never think that you've got to do anything a certain way, and never, I was going to say never don't. Yeah, never don't push yourself. So what I'm trying to say is push yourself outside of your comfort zones and push yourself outside of what you normally do. And, whether that's music or if it's streaming or what have you, try different things, experiment. Paul's the king of experimenting. Paul loves to experiment. And so Urban's falling asleep. So wrapping things up.
Oh, damn it, Chad. I was just waiting, thinking we were going to have a Foul Crow minute here, man.
No, nothing like that. Yeah, Pole Vault has helped Exalted Marauder to push forward, and that is awesome. Yeah.
It's been a long haul. It's been a long haul. I've known Exalted for years, and
Yeah, that's crazy. I gotta address that. You've known them for years. We just kind of I think the last year or two, probably, let's say about 2 years, started associating. I've known Dylan for several years as we worked together at rallies.
It's a small world out here.
It is. So don't forget, Tuesday, tune in, Eggsgiving, 11 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday night. And we're going to be talking about what we're thankful for.
Yeah.
So wrapping this up with Allie Evanson, and the song is Shitty Heaven. And I really love this song. I really love this video. The simple video, but it shows you what you can do. You and drugs. That's you're stuck on drugs tonight.
It's just fun to say. Drugs.
Not as fun as pee-pee. Try pee-pee.
Do y'all see the people that I work with on this show? Do y'all see this? I mean, anyway, all have a great week ahead. Love and positivity to you. See you all soon. And here we go. Allie Evanson, Shitty Heaven.
Tell me when I'm 27. Fun in hell or shitty heaven. I'll swim against the tide as long as I can breathe. Will it be somewhere I've been to? Am I who I'm growing into? Does it make a difference now? Not to me. Hey, maybe some things never change. Hey, call it pleasure, call it pain. Why be more than just a face? Why be more if I'm erased? Would all the memories left in my place be enough? Hey, call it pleasure, call it pain. Eggzplosion's here, let's celebrate. Gratitude and nonsense, it's never too late. From indie jams to movies we explore. Eggzplosion brings the weird, but hey, we want more. Green eggs and ham, the fun never ends. With growth, positivity, and all our friends. Eggzplosion, crack it open and grow. Eggzplosion, let the gratitude flow.